Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. So last time we were kind of leaving off in the bowels of the ship in the frigate line. Kind of leaving off last time investigating the death cult that was in my ship. We got Cabela, who was part of that death cult, but because of just kind of time last time I ended up ending it early, but these marks are kind of pointing me to where the cult wants me to go. Where like a spider or something kind of went, and what was that stabbing noise? Oh, Sordid Goon. So they're having some fun over there, it looks like. Great. But some spider did a path before. I can't believe my eyes. There's definitely, it's pointing these out for sure. The kids have been waiting for you. How was your shift? We worked hard. I helped out a friend with the loading and he gave me some cards. Take them and exchange them for new shoes. Yours are all worn out. As this is going on in the background. Oh, thank you. I've already made your bed for you, so once we've eaten, you go and rest. The little ones and I will head out to the marketplace and leave you in peace. So some kind of weird exchange happening here. Probably with the ration cards. That were talked about earlier. Why did the Emperor send me such a wonderful wife? I couldn't tell that this was a wife. Low-decker and laborer. Wait. Oh, those are just beggars. Glory to his Lord Captain. Is that the Rogue Trader himself? What's... And everyone's just kind of, begging to me now. Oh, yay. Oh, this is a sight. So what's all this sludge? Looks very toxic. Cheer up, folks. We'll be eating soon. Please tell me they're not eating that. Hope we'll get something besides this sludge this time. Oh, they are eating that. Let's see here. Sordid Goon. Looked like that hurt. This creature gains plus 12 damage, 20 armor penetration. So what's going on over here, good guys? Just having some fun? Looks like just beggars over here. We can athletics across this and maybe find out what's over here. I did get some weird debuff last time that looks like it's still around, so I get minus perception, but I feel very bad just looting these goods, but there's a book up here. Theodora's Rosary. I thought this was a book. Beware of this amulet Why does this look like a book? Gains plus 10 to bonus to commerce and lore Imperium, so we'll take that for now. And who's actually good with lore Imperium? I am. So I guess I'll take that because I think I'm the best with that for now. I feel bad giving myself all these bonuses, but at the same time, like, why not? More stacks of ration cards. So I'm wondering if I'm supposed to give those to anyone.
Powers unseen, uncover my path.
Over there!
More goods with more ration cards. I feel very bad about taking these. More beggars. Can I even talk to the beggar? No. More goods over here. No one I can really talk to. More cargo. I mean, it's in my hold already. You'd think I would be able to just take it. Or it would be there already, but I suppose this is their stuff. More just cargo. That's not where I was before. I can inspect the sludge. Shreds of rat carcasses and yellow-green moss stew in the cloudy sludge, along with other unidentifiable ingredients. Lovely. Hey, beggar. A group of beggars are rattling their alms. Their mugs and ostentatiously displaying their hunger-sunken bellies in various disfigurements. A toothless man falls to his knees before you. Your lordship. Spare a throne for those who can't even get the worst job. Feel like I should... What happens if I give them the... If I give them the ration cards, I can't give the ration cards to anyone else who might need it, and they... I'm not saying they don't need it. There might be other uses for the ration cards. So I'm just going to ignore them for now. They circle you insistently, casting plainly glances into your eyes. Nope.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
This is where I came in before. So how can I get down here? That's what I would like to know. Oh, there was a little path here. Okay. That's what I never saw before. Gotcha. So, blindfolded old man. Can we talk to you? The old man in pitiful rags listens intently to the sound of your footsteps. A stinking piece of cloth is wrapped around his eyes, with greenish pus oozing out from under it. Yuck. The old man lays his trembling hands protectively on the heap of junk that serves as his bed as well as his table. An empty beggar's mug makes a clinking sound next to his withered leg. What happened to your eye? The void rats gnawed on them while I was asleep, and the sewer water makes my wounds that were washed with it. And the sewer water my wounds were washed with was infected, turns out. The pain became a stinging feeling that won't go away and only got worse. Yikes. Not saying I know what it feels like to have someone not at me in my sleep and then that wound get infected, because that probably was already an infected wound. But to an extent, I know what it's like to have infected water infect a wound. That shit sucks. How does a blind man survive in a place like this? People help me, good people, not so good ones too. He sweeps his arm vacantly around the slum. Well, here's some dried ration meat. Have something to eat. He ravenously sinks his remaining teeth into the meat's tough fibers, but soon gives up on chewing and swallows a piece whole. I would just gum it. Could this be a true miracle of the Emperor, or is it just another dream? I'm not exactly sure what I just gave him.
Favor prevails.
Crates are usually used to transport weapons, but the markings make it impossible to determine where the shipment came from, and the surface indicates that the crates have been moved frequently. Okay, is there a way I can slow down how long that is? I'm not seeing anything here, but maybe I'm looking in the wrong section, because that just appears way too fast for me to even sight read, let alone like normally read. So from everything I can find online, there's no way of actually making this not go away faster. The only things that you can do is like find the text log and read it in there, or just pause it and read it that way. That seems like a, and it's been reported a lot by English readers, non-English readers, and people for years, and they've done nothing to fix it or implement a way of like, hey, I can't read fast enough by just normal people, and Owlcat has done nothing to fix it, so great on their part. Hey, Foreman. The day the Lord Captain wandered into our slum will be remembered in legends. The broad-shouldered man raises a hand in greeting. His old prosthetic creaks plainly and takes the weight of his body. The locals and forces call me the foreman. I have no other name. You might say I'm in charge here, this whole of a place. You recognize the shaggy red beard and the keen black eyes. This is the man who was watching you during your encounter with the enforcer in the works, the station worker. Oh, I can give him the ration cards. What's in the vat? Believe it or not, this soup is made out from mold slime and technical drain water that has been simmering in here in the vat for at least 200 years non-stop. See that growth over there on the... See the growth on the walls over there? We harvest it, dry it, and use it to season the soup. If we're lucky, the smell attracts a void rat, and someone gets to have meat in their bowl. The foreman points a finger proudly at the vat. It's for those who can't even earn a ration card. I feed them in exchange for a service or favors. Sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't. My people keep an eye out for workers trying to eat 2 bowls in one sitting. One is enough to fill your stomach for an entire watch. Some complain about the taste, of course. Ingrates. I saw you in the marketplace. What were you doing there? Watching one of my workers take a beating. I feel sorry for the lad, but there was nothing I could do. I've stuck my neck out in the past, not doing it again. Well, give him the pile of the ration cards and give it out so he can give it out to the people. I'm not sure how many I actually just gave him though, if I'm being honest. Lord Captain, you've just helped some good families survive. I'll divide the cards among them and be sure to tell them it was your lordship who did this good in turn. So lost a stack of ration cards. I think I had like 15 if I'm being honest. And got 3 iconoclast points, and that's like the, if you're good, neutral, or evil, I think. They have different names. It was like heretical, iconoclast, or something with a D. Alright, let's see here. I seek the Bloodspun Web's Temple. That's the name of the cult. Do you know where it is? The cultists don't let people like me in on their rights and mysteries. I'm grateful for them for the service to the God Emperor, but to be honest, I can't get behind their love of death. I'm too fond of the living. Alright, well, continue on. Let's see. Oh, and that's the soup that they get to eat. Gotcha, and all the people wanting it. And then people guarding the vat. All good and... Alright, so let's head. Believe it's... right here.
Seize the opportunity.
And there it is. Okay, I want to get the goods here. There's more ration cards. I thought I gave him all the ration cards. I had 20. I have 22 now. Maybe I can give those beggars some then on my way out. In fact... Hey, beggars. Got some info for me? Where'd you guys go?
Intriguing.
I think they were over here.
We should deal with this.
Oh, can I not talk to them again because I walked away? Or was it on the other side of the pipe?
Experience. Nothing matters.
Yeah, here you are. Beggar I could talk to. Stack of ration cards, let your bellies be full. I was hoping to get info out of them.
Embrace true power.
I guess that was a waste. Still have 21 stacks of ration cards, I suppose. Kinda wish the guy just took all of them then. So there's more of the cult stuff. Oh, really? My whispers are getting antsy. They don't like this symbol. The longer you stare at the mark, the quieter the sounds of the station become. The shadows grow longer and seem to stretch in the direction of the adjacent station. Okay. Consequences of a terrible crash on monorail LD 987, half a century ago, are still affecting the efficiency of this stretch of the railway.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Oh, traps. So they want whoever goes here to explode. Hey, Argenta, can you... Thank you.
I better myself through my service.
Scrap of parchment. Give our gift to the ones who see nothing, but here's everything. The truth will then be revealed to you. Well, they wanted me to go kaboom. Goods over here that I saw like way while I was up on top. Some outcasts. Alright. This is from Adira. Weird, my little voices have shut up. Now they're just giggling quietly every time you touch something. How about we just head back and wash our hands with soap 10 times or so? And then outcast bodies and with just outcast by them. The stench of decaying bodies creeps into your throat and lungs, forming sickly film lining your airways.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
There's a lot of outcasts here. I'm not sure. So I can repair the control panel right here. Should I go talk to the leader, or should I just keep looting stuff around here? I can do a Medicaid over here. Maybe... No, everyone goes over here.
Will bow.
Oh, they want to talk. Stop being so bloody difficult. What's the thing the death cultists say? Your time has come, or what have you. You gonna make them jump into the blades? No, please, what did I do? Talk about being everywhere at once. How about we take his stuff to the marketplace? We'll eat soup tonight. Okay, now we need to talk there, sir. You didn't even give them a fair trial.
Opportunity.
What's your want? For what crime did you kill the man? The crime of wealth that he had rations and fuel cells. That's it. Well, you're sentenced to death then. We'll gut you and trade what you have on this for a pile of scran. Hey, outcast, come on up if you want a share of the spoils.
The absurdity of
Okay, so now I get a thing on Cassia's abilities. She's an officer on your ship, and I'm reading this wrong. Cassia is an officer and your ship's navigator. She strikes foes with energies of the warp and supports your party by making her allies stronger. Oh, so her ability's a cone. I thought it was just a line. Voice of Command is an officer's ability that increases a character's characteristics for one round, and also allows the officer to use her other officer's archetype abilities on the ally for any distance. The higher the officer's fellowship bonuses, the more target's characteristics are increased. That's not Voice of Command. I'm not sure why it's showing that. An officer can use Voice of Command again on the same ally only after 2 rounds have passed since its first application. Alright, so Idea is going to be going first. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 outcasts. They're all around us. I think I want her right here because she's going to lightning these 3. Oh, that's not even going to take them out. This is some wonky positioning, but I can move. I was hoping. There's a person in the way right there. Alabard can get into combat with these two, so maybe I run... No, that's not a good spot either. I'll figure something out with the main character. Alabard can easily tie these two up. Then, are they all melees? That makes things significantly easier. Looking at their weapons. Yeah. I don't think they have any last weapons or bolters or anything like that. Okay. I'm thinking I'm gonna have her jump and deal with the rest of them, and then move on up to deal with people up there. Argenta. We can either have deal with these outcasts and then ones that are gonna run up, because we have the AoE with her. And then Cassia possibly helps with these three. So just Abelard, who... Yeah, we're gonna have right here. Gotcha. Okay. So Idira, let's start with you. So we start with the lightning arc. 1, 2, 3. It might... No matter how I do this, it's probably gonna hit Argenta. That's fine.
Cleanses the body.
Forewarning on Abelard, because he's gonna be in combat very soon.
Or
And then we're gonna analyze the leader.
on it.
She gets to end her turn. Let's see, who can I hit? A lot of people. I feel like I don't need to deal with these two. Or those three way off to the side yet, because they're just going to run at me. If I hit the cultist in front right here... Actually, who goes first? So the cultist right here, in the middle of the crowd that I'm not worried about, is the one that goes first. And then the cultist right here that doesn't look like it can get to me, or the outcast rather, not cultist. So I don't think they're gonna do anything. So these three don't go until after Argenta. So I think I'm good from that standpoint. So let's just pop up here. So what I'm gonna actually do is analyze the enemy. It's this outcast. Now and then if I single shot this outcast, I'm probably going to take him out. Actually, no, just a lot of damage. And punch through onto the outcast behind him.
I need no blood-soaked.
Well, he's down. A little bit of damage to the guy behind him. And then we can end that turn.
Out of my way!
Oh, he actually took the entire crew or crowd with him. Okay. I was not expecting that. Alright. I want to see how all this works. So I can do voice of command. Increase in characteristics by 14. So I'll probably do that on Abelard. Additionally, all of other abilities can be applied to target a voice command. That'll be a thing for later, I'm assuming. Why was I thinking the person who had the voice of command get an extra turn? Maybe that's a thing for later? So let's hit Abelard with this.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
And then if I run down here, (13 to 16 damage on these three. And then possibly, I think it said it stuns them. Okay. So let's give this a go.
If I may.
I don't think it said it's... Oh yeah, there we go. Stun, not stunned, but wounded and stunned. So only one of them has a thing now. Cool. And I can't do anything with her last action. Alright. Well, she's not in cover, but, you know, it works. Then I have a horrible chance at finishing them off, but realistically it works. (20, 42, 29). We'll take it, and then I can run and gun and do it again.
Doubt is for the weak.
1, 2, 3. Not sure how that works. I'd really like to know what this, like, toxic fog stuff is. It doesn't look like it's gonna tell me. Just don't go in there, it looks like. Then we can do Revel and Slaughter. Give her extra ballistic skill. Run and gun, get that extra movement. And then get a 70% chance to hit this outcast, who, I mean, stunned, but... There we go. Okay. Then end her turn. She's got 1 for Revel and Slaughter. They're gonna surround Abelard, but I kinda counted on that. He has a pretty high parry.
Brace yourself.
I thought he had a pretty high parry. Then strike, brutal strike. What's the difference between these? 2 AP. Oh, wait. Why would I do 5% AP, 5% AP? I mean, I kind of get why I would do just this brutal strike instead of this one. They have different AoEs, so like, let's go here. So I'm gonna do brutal strike. This one you would do if you had other people, or didn't have other people near you and want to hit a lot of enemies, or didn't want to take a certain enemy out. This one is more of a targeted one, so just like, hey, this enemy right here I want to take out. Now, does Blade Dance give me Winded? This is what I forget. Blade Dance does 3 melee attacks to random targets, including allies. No, okay, it's just a death from above. So we are going to do Brutal Strike.
The shadows will see it done. Trust me.
Blade Dance.
Come, the other side awaits.
Oh, I can't move as far as I would like. That's fine. And then Abelard. Gonna endure. Gonna brace for impact. That way we get some more deflection. This weapon has an extra attack action which increases armor penetration of all subsequent attacks for 1 round. Let's go up 1 outcast.
Grey hair, sure hair. I'm not interested.
I thought that meant I got to attack again. And then I guess I'm gonna taunting scream at them. Just make sure they kind of try to attack Abelard. Then I'm gonna lightning the guys up here.
Anything else?
Just to damage them. Forewarning on Kabila. And we're gonna analyze the leader here just to do extra damage to him.
I'm a member.
Just to get out of combat.
Pathetic.
We'll analyze the leader just to do extra damage again. And Kerpow. That'll do us for there. They run in. They didn't really get anywhere.
Death to the weak.
Oh, did they just take out a random civilian? Really?
Be careful not to cross my gaze.
I wanted to not hit Abelard with this. If I shot it this way, I'd hit all but 1 enemy, it looks like. Unfortunately, a few civilians, but...
I have read tomes of military tactics.
Okay, civilians not hit. Leader stunned. 1 outcast stunned. Oh, it's bring it down that granted an extra action. There we go. Here's an extra action to the main character. Outcast leader goes down.
Death shall reign.
Then analyze enemy on
One
random
step
outcast.
closer.
Then we can spray at these guys.
Rejoice in battle!
Oh, I thought I would be able to hit them from there, my bad.
That is not the Emperor's will. I'll do it.
Pop, pop, pop. Well, that's 1 down.
Faith
Revel in
without
slaughter.
deeds is worthless.
We gonna run and gun. I wanted to do burst fire, but I don't have the ammo to do it, and then I would need to reload, so that's not gonna work. So we'll just take out the outcast right here.
Just Just a minor setback.
Parry, parry.
I've suffered worse.
Cabela. I've got a fun plan for you. So we... Oh no, I'm not going to do that quite yet.
A dance of blades and shadows. As the
So
tenants
blade dance.
blade whispers your name. Death is a blessing.
And then we're just going to hit the outcast right here. I didn't even get to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to do Death from Above. And we could do acrobatic artistry to pop that off
Goes
more.
against the tenants.
Didn't even need to. So piercing strike on the outcast right here. I think that does more damage, yeah. 10 to 16. Extra attack action, it said.
That's not the Seneschal's job.
This weapon has an extra attack action.
I'd rather not. Someone
Why can I
else
not
should
use
do
attack
this.
action? Do I have to use strike and then piercing strike? I am the confused. Alright, well, we're just gonna yell at one outcast. Snipe him.
Satisfying demise.
He's gonna go... Oh, I forgot about these
Fear
guys.
nothing. Fear nothing.
That's fine. Cassia.
Give me strength. I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Just bop him, voice a command on Argenta,
If you insist, Lord Captain.
who then can
As the
Reload.
Emperor commands, I act. I am
firearm mastery, so every hit is a crit. Then pop outcast.
not
The enemy.
Whoops.
I refuse.
Hopefully this doesn't hit Argenta. Well, this is gonna be bad.
Doubt is for the weak. You, my Emperor.
At least it missed her.
I'll do it.
Open your eyes, or I'll open mine.
That actually isn't doing as much as I thought it would.
I
Okay, well, just the one outcast left, and then the one over here. Surprised Cabela doesn't have an injury at this point.
I am your blade and shield.
And Abelard. How about
It will be done.
if you swing?
I'm not interested.
You can't do that either then, huh? So just
Victory
endure.
is imminent.
Let's yell very loudly at the outcast over here. And I think his brain went kabloom. Then we can get some damage debuffs on the outcast that's alive, and I'm gonna get an angle here so I don't hit
Seeds of
Argenta.
discord. This is beneath me.
And poof.
Shall
Outcasts down. And their slime gas stuff goes away. Okay, what do they have on them? Few swords that aren't going to be used. Some carapace chest plates that aren't going to be used. Oh, that was those ones. Gotcha. What about the leader? One had an axe. Again, that's not going to be used. And a relished anguish. At the end of the wearer's turn, they gain temporary wounds equal to the amount of collision damage they inflicted by this wearer's turn. Okay, collision damage. I'm not sure what that would be. Then I can give the gloves of endurance to Kabila. Oh, how did we get a wound on Idira there? Oh well. That can all go to collection, or cargo, and then we can talk to the good folk here. Alright, so we'll talk to the leper after we do the Medicae here.
The Vizir.
This man is suffering from a severe but curable disease. One of the vital medicine administered in the early stages would have saved him. Well, we don't have that. Low capacity fuel tank, rolls of synth leather. It's over here. Lord Captain, this is where the sick and the broken are herded to die of their various diseases. Don't touch anything. No one finds the courage to approach the bodies of the outcasts, the rotting flesh and cartilage bearing the marks of void disease. There's a guy over here too. There's a lot of stuff here. Yeah, just cargo to sell that, some goods. And then we can fix the lift over here. Tech use. Fix control panel. I mean, is there anything else before we go up? What wants me to jump in there?
Nothing escapes my sight.
Zadina the Outcast. Spinner of blood webs. I'm no heretic, and yet I'm begging you for death. Can't you make an exception for a tormented soul?
My warp sight reveals something.
Wait, traps or something? Why are we pausing like crazy? We're running up towards her. More goods. A left body.
Uncover my path.
Almost made it there last time. Okay, so Zadina the Outcast. A figure. Why did we hear that stabbing? A figure in decayed tatters is rocking to and fro, muttering instinctively in several different voices, occasionally breaking into hoarse laughter. As you come closer, she freezes and turns slowly to look at you. An ugly russet mask covers her face. Are you here to take Zadina to the other side? No, 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 no. You're just wandering here in the dark, looking for the light, but it's nowhere to be found. Do you really not see it? I have seen such... There's a blood symbol next to you. I've seen such marks before. Is this another part of the Song of Trailing Blood? She bursts into laughter. Oh yes, the song. Here, listen, listen. She wandered an eternity in the dark, yet was consoled, web foretold. Undying one's blood secrets glowed. A light to her guide, her faithful fold. But threads must end, and the spider did which was owed, her life and death to ship bestowed. The final test. This time they want you to make a sacrifice. If one to interpret the entire mystical search, ever repetition of the saint's journey, then the logical conclusion is that you are supposed to sacrifice yourself to merge with the blood that has been drenched with the flagship from bow to stern. Then she laughs again. And you'll see if you learn to see. Look into the darkness, look. Peer into the darkness, I cannot fathom what I'm meant to see here. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. I cannot fathom what I'm meant to see here. You peer into the darkness and are gradually able to make out the outlines of the objects hidden in the shadows. Rotting corpses, rough walls, the twitching death throes of infected people are left to die here. You see no light in this place, only more darkness and despair. You see, don't you? You don't see. She shakes her head frantically and starts tearing off her rags. Strips of her decaying flesh peel off along with them. You will not see until you become like Zedna, the flesh and blood of this ship. How do I become this flagship's blood? Oh, Zedna will show you. And then you will see the true light. Come now. Oh, she ran this way.
Intriguing.
Thought she might have gone to there. Well, that's handy. Like, where did she go? Oh, she's right here. Okay. Did she just jump? Very well timed jumped. Let's go. The rotating blades promise nothing but a senseless and brutal death. Slipping past them would require some unreasonably precise calculations. Or blind luck. While listening to their air currents, for a moment you think you hear Zedina's whispered prayer rising from beneath the shaft. That's the other one, dogmatic. And I am not dogmatic. I'm not that dogmatic. I only do it when I think it really benefits me. Athletics. Jump. Abelard, I put my life in your very, very well sculpted hands. Go, my man. Go. Put your life in the Undying One's hands. No, don't do it. Well, this was a choice. Hey, we are here. And I'm all alone.
Tread a path unexplored.
Hey, Death Cultist, hi. The Undying One is death, the Undying One is duty. Sounds like work. Ectoplasm? 40% athletics to get over there. Looks like I can do that anyway. That isn't what I wanted. There are large holes in the compartment's ceiling. The spinners have been dismantled, and the bulkheads to expand their temple even higher.
The world
I guess we just keep going this way.
beneath my feet.
Go down. Don't I just go on pause, so that's why. Well, this was certainly a thing.
A revelation was sent to me.
Hey, goods. Go get them. Just more stuff for the cargo. Or body. cold, stone sarcophagi serve as the death cultists' beds. The bones of their deceased comrades serve as their bedding. Oh, jeez.
The world will bow.
Medicate 60%?
Failure stings.
The smoke in your nostrils makes you slightly dizzy. So am I supposed to talk to the spinners here? Nope, I think the Vizir of the Bloodspun Web. Here we go. Oh, did he get the rest of my people down here? Okay. A frail old man, gray beard tinged with blood, folds his wrinkled hands with a ritual gesture. His body is covered in scars, some old, some fresh. His eyes are sewn tightly shut, his mouth cleft at both corners, making his jaw seem eerily snake-like. And the Lord of the Ark walked the paths of unlife in the footsteps of the web's very first spinner, and the servants of death bowed before him, for the Domin is the giver of life. The old man goes still, his head turned to the side. He nods towards the temple's muffled silence. Yes, yes, truth like a steam pours from your lips. We welcome him as the tenants demand. Is that a blood fountain they have? I just realized, holy hell. Your hues are almost as pale as the gray of your beard, but what is this? A scarlet whirlwind shines through the faded colors. A servant of death who sees beyond the threshold, a spider who spins a cocoon at the end of his thread. Hydra shakes her head and clutches her temple. Sorry about that, it just came over me. I didn't say anything weird, did I? Thin blade appears in the old man's trembling hands, although his arm is stiff and looks like they can barely bend. In the next instant, the dynasty symbol is etched in his forehead, dripping blood. With a brief motion, he flicks the blood off his blade, and several drops land on your face. Lovely! The Bloodspun Web welcome its new lord. I am its Vizir, and for many years we have waited, and now you are here. We have waited. Whispers echo his words from the shadows. Okay, we got questions. Let's see here. There's a lot you can ask here. What do you mean you've been waiting for years? It wasn't long ago that I made my acquaintance with the occult, let alone, became the rogue trader. As I delve into my divinations from the flesh and blood of departed ones, I turn into a relic of most ancient and priceless. It is his tarot. Okay, the tarot cards essentially told him that Theodora was going to die and there is going to be a new rogue trader. It is inherited by the cult from the matriarch spider who spun the first thread. As I turn to a relic from most ancient and priceless, it is his tarot, inherited from the cult from the matriarch spider who first spun the web. One of the readings I did back when I still had the strength to leave the temple and usher souls on their final journey. It was then, in the intricate tangle of destiny, I glimpsed our meeting. But when we would meet, alas, it was not revealed, so we waited year after year. And now the hour has come. Okay, so why is it you invited me? Death whispered your name and commanded us to honor you with a sacred ritual, but only inside the temple can the spinners perform it. Yes, we are glad he has reached this place and we are glad to serve. So you're going to perform another ritual here, and that was just a show up top is kind of what I get from that. So you walked my companions down here the normal way. Well, I was forced to take the jump. The spinners guide them along a different trail. You had to take the stop. You had to take the step, for only you were meant to be the flagship's blood domin. There was no reason to test the faith of those who follow you, for this burden was for their lord to bear. Okay, I guess that makes sense. So I've walked the path, what now? The Song of Trailing Blood tells of a path fraught with trials. By accepting it and setting out on that path, you have passed the first one, the Trial of Resolve. Oh boy. For not everyone is prepared to shun their fear and doubt and embark on a search for the unknown, a search for death. The Trial of Compassion was the second one. You passed it when you put yourself, albeit briefly, in the service of another soul. A man suffering from burns, for the choice between life and death is to be made for only those willing to take responsibility for the pain of another. The third was the Trial of Justice. In assuming the role of judge for an apostate of our faith, you declare the right to influence the balance of life and death that the errant soul had upset. The fourth was duty, and the duty that always leads to death. We are prepared to render our duty to the undying one, fearless and accepting for our purpose, which is to serve him. You two have proven yourself prepared, and the 4 trials have brought you here. So I already did all the trials. I thought I would have to do more. So what would happen if I never reached the end? Then we would have met another time. For the tangle of fate's threads cannot be rearranged by one turn, however earnestly one may try to run in the opposite direction. The Vizir's stone-shut eyes seem to peer into your face, studying it, then he turns away, speaking into an empty space again. Peace, my brother, the time has almost come. Who is it that you talk to all the time? I see echoes of those who came before us, and those who were with us, but since crossed to the other side. Interesting. My brothers and sisters raised by the cult, I hear them from beyond their deaths. They share their wisdom, I heed them. The other spinners they hear not, for that burden is mine to bear. So is this conversation another test? The tenets command us to be prepared for all trials, corporeal and spiritual alike. Are you prepared? His mouth closes, but you can still hear his whisper. A prickling sensation in your face is making you increasingly anxious. You raise a hand to your cheek, but only realize you can't feel it. You look at your palm and see a few smudged drops of blood from the Vizir's blade. It's getting all warpy. A strange, serene calm envelops your body. Your fatigue subsides, and you seem to float in the air, seeing things that you had not noticed before. The shadows in the corners taking on shape and color. Subdued lumen light playing on the cultist bone masks. Are they really masks? Their tall, lean, empty-eyed wearers might as well be dead people. A chill run down your spine. What is the meaning of this? Let's try the Medicae. I have an 80. Yeah, so we succeeded. 11 experience. Your heart is beating slowly, your breathing has become deeper, and your thoughts are muddled. You seem to be under the influence of a potent stimulant. I'm assuming that's what they're either burning in those incense or something else. You poisoned me somehow, did you not? My blood is infused with concoction taken by those who follow the thread. It is sacred and harmless to us, but you it befogs and afflicts, and yet you have grasped that the mind may fail the body and the senses. This was the trial of the spiritual acumen. You have passed it. Okay, and what happens now? That is for you to tell me while I'm under the influence of stuff that you've poisoned me with. This is a great setup. You look at the Vizir, his trembling frame seems to small and insignificant. A single step is all it would take to crush him, but the visions are starting to wear off. And now the old man towers above you. The keen gaze of his sealed eyes is studying every movement, waiting for a response. I could be initiated as a servant of death. Wonder what benefits that would give me. Or I could take the antidote. I'm not sure there is an antidote. I wish there were more options here. After everything he has done, I don't trust him just outright giving me an antidote. So let's have him initiate me. Just because it might give me more options to do stuff, and especially because I like using sniper rifles, this might give me more options to like one hit or do shenanigans to enemies. Okay. A servant of death, hiss the echoing whispers from the temple, and the Vizir bows his head reverently. You have become the blood of the flagship. Now we will become one of his faithful servants. We may not name you a spinner, for a spinner's thread demands the forsaking of one's previous life, but the bloodspun web will still accept you. The tenants allow it, but only for a doman who has followed the trailing blood until its end. Okay. So I think he will still accept that. So I have to step into that is what I'm assuming. Oh yay, blood everywhere. Let it coat you. Oh yay. Who wouldn't want to be coated by that? I'm sure there's HIV everywhere. Upon the ritual platform at the Undying Emperor's feet, under the keen gaze of his dark, empty eye sockets, you feel completely insignificant. Surprisingly, the thick blood pouring from his hands onto your brow, chest, and shoulders is still warm. Ugh. Bowed before his image, the Vizir assumes the ceremonial posture with incredible ease. His withered body moving swiftly and soundlessly, you are slowly plunged into darkness of the sound of ritual chants and swooshing blades. Amid the noise of splashing blood and cultist whispers, you hear the words, "Death has spoken your name, Daman. Death accepts you." I mean, we're alright. Something's weird about this one, because this statue has, like, a skeletal face, where don't the other ones have, like, either a masked face or a human face? So look up at the statue. Blood falls to your eyes, you hiss in pain, but you raise your head. Through the red mist, you glimpse the harsh truth of the Emperor's faith. Death sees you, death is watching you. Could the lingering intoxication still be playing tricks on your mind? Gain 70 more experience. A strange rash you developed in the freight line's pestilence pit grows pale and scabs over. A healing grace descends upon you. So is that the, I'll have to double check, but I wonder if that minus 10 perception is gone? Death has accepted you, Doman, and now and for all time, you are Blood Warden and the Undying One's most venerable servant. Blood Warden? That's new. Also looks like it colored the trimming edges of our cape there, or coat. So the ritual is complete? The ritual is complete, but you are not. The Vizir gestures for one of the cultists who is carefully holding a strange garment to come closer. For years we have maintained fealty to the Domini. We have collected sacred symbols and relics, and you are the first in 3 generations of lords and ladies to grace this sanctum, and the first of all of them to be initiated, so we are grateful. You know, I just realized haven't been doing his voice. I took a slight break to do something. For years, we have maintained fealty. For years, we have maintained fealty to the Domini. We have collected sacred symbols and relics. You are the first in 3 generations of lords and ladies to grace this sanctum, and the first of them in all to be initiated, so we are grateful. We are uplifted in spirit. Hear our exaltation, and accept this gift of a vestment sewn from the bones of his faithful with the threads of death. Items received, spinner's ritual vestments, okay. The cultists whisper prayers of the Undying as they help you change your clothes and regain your faculties. I would feel very weird about that, but that's just me. I hate when people do that for me, especially, like, being in the hospital a lot in my time. A lot of the time when you're not in all your faculties, like, whether you fall risk and on medications, they'll help you change sometimes, or just, like, not feeling great. I hate when people do that for me. So what are these new threads? 30% armor, no dodge penalty. Reduces incoming damage by 15%. Base armor property plus 10 dodge if the wearer is not in cover, and extra property plus 2 wounds. Oh, that's cool. I mean, it did say it was made out of bones, so I mean, the look kind of makes sense there. Does anyone else need that carapace chestplate? I mean, it's better for Idira here. Alright. Let's see. Is there anything else to do here? And of course I could talk to a few people.
The shrouded faith of the blood-spun web. It is both frightening and awe-inspiring.
As is the fact that they have managed to claim a whole compartment to themselves, and the officers somehow failed to notice. I shall conduct an inspection.
The athletics to get up here, so what's up here?
Compared to naval service, that was barely a challenge.
That was enough to level me up and gets these goods. So there's a bloody packed sword. This knife grants the wielder the special ability called Crimson Rage, which wielder can suffer a maximum. The wielders can suffer damage equal to 25% of their maximum wounds to regain 1 AP. Can be used multiple times a turn as long as they have 50% of their wounds. Okay. And then Spinner's Blade here. So I'm assuming I would use both of these on Cabela here instead of her two-handed and do a little bit more damage overall. Like, you would do 17 instead of 16 minimum, and you would do 20 instead of 19 maximum, and then you get the same effects on the Spinner's Blade one hand. However, you lose the Brutal Strike ability, and I get 2 more Crimson Intoxicants. And then she also had a it's not what I wanted. Well, when I was hitting C, it was bringing me somewhere else. I wanted to look at Blade Dance. Yeah, here. This ability can only be used with swords. If 2 swords are equipped, the Blade Dancer makes 2 attacks with each one. So I'm assuming instead of doing 3 attacks against melee targets, you would do 6 attacks. If I did it that way. The only bad thing about using Cabela with dual wielding instead of in fact, I can probably just do this. That two-handed is if I'm hitting anyone with armor, and then it's 2 instances of damage reduction instead of 1 instance on a bigger hit. And that's always kind of been the thing, so I could just do this and see what happens. And I assume I'm fine to go back up. I could probably put these on her, because I'm assuming loser uses all their temporary wounds and increase their melee damage for the same amount by the same amount for 1 round. So the intoxicants can actually be used on Eblard and get 10 temporary damage. That's actually a lot. Alright, so how do I get out of here? Oh, I can just go to another compartment via this. Gotcha. Oh, a spinner covers his face in... A spinner, his face covered with carved bleeding glyphs, makes a respectful gesture of invitation. Let me show you the way. Let's go back to the enforcer with the freight hub. We can tell him a few things, I'm assuming. Because I did say I would report back to him and kind of say, like, hey, these are the things that are wrong. And that was Francois, and then I just get to leave this way, right? Okay. So just in case things go down here, which I don't think they will, but just in case, let's level up. So this is level 7. I needed perfect spot for some other talents that I wanted, but what else do I have the ability to get? It says it recommends either getting joint analysis until the next turn. Their allies attacks also remove exploits and do 4 more damage, or precise attack. That's a lot of math. Cover efficiency and block reduced by -15. So per exploit. Oh, so precise attack could be really good. When's the next time I get an ability like this? In 5 levels, and then I don't get another one. So what I'm thinking is I needed perfect shot to get a few of the talents that I wanted, but precise attack removes a lot of the cover efficiency and block efficiency. I'm not sure exactly how that math works out because I'm not doing the math right now, and that's weird math right there. But essentially what it does is gets rid of the cover efficiency by a flat amount plus the amount of exploits on a target that both me and Idira can put on a target right now. I've gotten targets up to like 10 exploits, and it ups my hit chance in addition to that by the same amount. Instead of reducing their block and cover, it's just hit chance instead, so it lowers their efficiency and block by that flat amount, and then also raises my hit chance by a flat amount, so effectively it doubles my hit chance by whatever chance if they are in cover and or blocking, or both. So precise attack isn't going to be as useful yet, but in a few levels, precise attack is going to be really good. So I'm going to get perfect shot, or perfect spot. So this just gives me cover efficiency if in cover, but also just plus 15 perception and ballistic. This does have a 1 round cooldown, but that's fine. So perception, once again, lowers the enemy's dodge, and then ballistic skill ups my chance to hit. It does look like I actually do need to use that. And then I'm the tech use person on the ship, so I'm going to up tech use. Abelard. I really would like weapon skill so he hits more. Oh, his toughness is really high. I'm assuming things can only go to 100. And early on, weapon skill, yeah, toughness is also wounds. That's good to know. But I think I'm going to get weapon skill just so he can continue hitting things early on. Increases parry, which is also a tanking stat. Reduces enemy parry and increases chance of critical hit. Yeah, that's all I need to know. Then he gets a common talent. Oh, evasive maneuvers could be really good because if I use brace, I think that's what the skill is called. Evasive maneuvers makes it so that I don't attack or get an attack of opportunity. I'm not sure if this makes it so he gets the plus 16 dodge though. I'd really like to give him a shield. It will not die probably is a really good one. Increases wounds by half the character's level, rounded up. Because I think I saw the max level. Actually, not even the max level. But to get to the last archetype is level 32. So that would just give him flat 16 wounds. And I know I can respec. So let's go with it will not die for now. Just because he is a tank, that'll give him more HP. Oh, I can get some abilities here. Oh, it looks like I can either take the stuff that was for my character, or I can take a bunch of psyker powers. And like foreboding here is a really good buff, especially for the melee characters, up dodge by 6% in an area, and then anyone in that area cannot be reduced to less than 11% dodge. I can't take a few of these powers though, which kind of gets at me because I need Psyker Majoress, which I don't think she can do because she's not a sanctioned Psyker. So I'm not sure how some of this is going to go, but I think I'm going to try Pyromancy here, which should open up a few options for her. Like, I'm not sure what that's going to do, but Pyromancer is a master flame of Psyker who is able to create searing infernos out of thin air. Pyromancy is one of the most spectacular and destructive forms of psychic ability. Those who face a Pyromancer in combat are often reduced to naught but a pile of charred bones. And she gets a skill, and I don't remember what she has a high skill in. Awareness would be good, but also like I don't have anyone who has lower warp. And we have a few other people with high awareness, so let's just go with lore of the warp. Then, Argenta here. Can we not? Why is ballistic skill red? We can't take ballistic skill for whatever reason. So I guess we're taking agility, which, I mean, yes, I want her to have higher dodge chance and initiative. Not sure what else I would get out of any of these other ones for her. And this is just a common talent. So I was actually thinking about respecking Argenta here because I took all these bolt weapon stuff and then I found a weapon that I think is actually better than the bolt weapons, so I'm not sure I actually want to keep going into that spec. But I think for now I want to go into her tree right here, but I want to double check some of these. Yeah, so I think I'm going to take Litany of Hatred here because when the War Priest, or whenever the priest uses War Hymn, or if you're suicidal for one round, the priests themselves and their ally, the 5-cell radius, deal +0, number of zeal stacks divided by 2, so that'll be 3 actually. More weapon damage. This bonus is doubled against demons, psychers, and Xeno. So 3 against everyone, 6 against the specialties. And if she's doing the AoE, that's 6 damage in the AoE and gives that to people around her. That could be really good. So let's go Litany of Hatred for now. I will be respecking that though, just to get rid of a few things. Then our Navigator. I'm really not sure what I want her to be. Like, if I Hydra as I think I want her as a buffer, which could be really good. Because, like, I had been using Hydra as both a buffer and a damage dealer, but do I really want to be doing that with my Navigator as well? Or do I want to... Because she can be a really big damage dealer, I'm assuming. Or a really, really good buffer. Deals 15 to 34 damage to all targets in a line with a dot effect on them. Holy cow. But if I use Take Aim on Argenta... Oh wait, that's something else. But Take Aim here still has a huge use, like ignore cover, double distance, ability to ignore block dodge, and huge damage up. Let's take Aim. And then this, we've taken Mastery of Time. What was the other one we took? Did we get to take another one? I don't think so. Okay, so Mastery of Time stacks up to 25 willpower. Other one I really wanted, this is the common talent, I don't think I can take it this time around, was the plus range. But I'm not sure how good Eyes of Oblivion are going to be. Dodge -5, hit chance -5. So I'm going to turn her into a buffer. Under My Protection might be really good because +5 to resistance is against the warp till the end of combat. That's like a perpetual buff, yeah? Once again, we can always respec. That sounds really good. And then, it's her weapon skill. Let's up her weapon skill again just so she's able to hit. Also ups her critical hit. I don't think I marked anything from her that I wanted. Oh, I actually did. I just didn't mark a good portion of them. Okay. Let's look at this here. Let's take Blade in his hand because attacks made with a sword deal plus agility bonus additional damage. Damage is doubled if using a two-handed sword. That sounds like a no-brainer. I'm not sure how much extra that's actually going to be, but it's extra damage. All right. So
my aspirations transcend humanity.
Let's talk to Adok here quick. He's acquired a few wounds since my last conversation. Half of his ear is gone, and you notice that he's wearing a bloodied bandage under his uniform. Seeing you, he quickly injects himself with a stimulant and straightens up. Were you in a shootout? Yeah, there's been a raid on a local gang. We've finally cleared out the scoundrels who were smuggling goods in the neighboring compartments. No one escaped. Came across a drawing of a worker in a red mask. What does it mean? Figure of a local legend known as Nemesis, protector of the poor and oppressed. Ever since I was a child, desperate people have been drawing his portrait on walls, hoping to summon a defender to punish those who have wronged him. We've had 13 or so fools calling themselves Nemesis over the past 5 years. We've disburdened ourselves of their, just to be sure. Well, that's concerning. Stay vigilant. Let's see here. Enforcers have been appropriating ration cards from the workers returning from their shifts. Why is that? The compartment has just enough food to avoid starvation, Lord Captain. That's why enforcers are making sure that no serf has more cards than they're supposed to. They used to rip out people's tongues for it, but I reduced the punishment to simply beating the thieves and confiscating all their cards. Their orders are to give those cards to workers who are starving due to a lack of work shifts. Not that that helps them much, but it's better than nothing. Are the enforcers guilty of misappropriating the confiscated items? Yes, do those caught stealing receive severe punishments? Absolutely. Well, I think we kind of dealt with that. Yeah, we were attacked. Who dared? Mutants in the Pestilence Pit. They seem to be under the influence of unholy powers. You went to the Pestilence Pit? You went to the Pestilence Pit. Pardon me, Lord Captain. I just can't even begin to find the words I would use if I had to tell the Master Arms that you perished in there. The enforcers do regular checks to see if there are any dangerous blight-stricken rejects hidden at the bottom of the bay. I implore you, Lord Captain, leave the job to us. Well, I am finished inspecting it. Will there be any orders based on the inspection's conclusions? Alright. I really like the Iconoclast one here, because we probably have enough food on the upper decks at this point. Food and medicine given to everyone, punished enforcers abusing authority. Dogmatic, no, not harsher stuff because they're already bad here. And no execution quota. I'm sorry, but I have to read out the dogmatic one here. Only harsh measures will bring order to the bay, establish an execution quota, strip all corrupt enforcers of their rank, and burn away all crime. Any idlers will be given a job, and if they cannot do anything useful, servitize them. That is, like, way beyond necessary. And heretical actually does kind of make sense, but the source of all the woes and hunger are hunger and poverty, which are driving people to commit petty crimes. So, yeah, Iconoclast here seems the right one to me. I'm sure things aren't going to go right, but we can deal with that later. So the workers are to be provided everything they need to service the freight line properly. Food, medicine will be delivered, and you are to demote any enforcers to be abusing their authority to the status of workers. I would do worse, but it's not going to let me. The captain needs a moment to handle his confusion. Orders understood. Patient fortune gained the ability educated labor. Emperor protects. 3 days have passed. Okay. Oh, I want to pause that.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Can I pause? There we go. The longer you stare at the mark, the quieter the sounds of the station become. The shadows grow longer and seem to stretch in the direction of this station. Do I really need to go that way now? No, it seems to have completed that. Okay, so I think I'm actually good to leave now. Not sure why it flung me here, of all places, but... I guess...
I tread a path unexplored.
Hi guys, can I open the door? Yeah, I'm gonna go take these goods now. Tech use.
Predictable.
Everyone good? Yeah, everyone's good. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why it flung me here, so whatever. When we go back to the normal deck,
The world trembles beneath my feet.
I'm assuming that our... Oh, there's some medkits. Thank you so much. Idea is gonna get fixed up. Can I just leave you this? No, doesn't look like it. And, yeah, because we're going to be on the main deck. Idea is going to be fixed up. And we'll be fine. And then we can go. And, all is going to be good. So, another compartment. And then we can find... bridge. And then we can go and finally try to go to one of the other planets. Unless it tries to stop me again. Alright. So with that being said, next time, I suppose we needed to go to this astropathic station just to get messages out to everyone. Like the Valencia worlds and all that stuff. So otherwise I forget his title, but the guy who started contacting us once we started flying said he can't do his job. So we'll just go there and then make a big circle and do all that. And that's where we'll pick up from next time. And hopefully just continue with that. So that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz. And otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I will see you next time, and please, have a good one.